Good morning, children. Yesterday I have discussed Newland's law of octave and Dobereiner's trial regarding classification of elements. So today we are going to discuss Lothar-Meyer arrangement and Mendel's periodic law. At very first, Lothar-Meyer arrangement. So what was proposed by Lothar-Meyer? In 1869, Lothar-Meyer plotted a graph between the atomic volumes and atomic weights. What were the parameters taken? Two parameters, atomic volume and atomic weights of the elements, and observed that the elements with similar properties occupied similar positions on the curve. Let you all see this curve. This is perpendicular and this is horizontal. This is atomic weight and this is atomic volume. Okay. So atomic volume and atomic weight are considered in both direction, horizontal and vertical. And it was the graph plotted for some elements up to atomic weight 40 or more than that. Then he observed following points: lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium and cesium occupied the peak of the curve. You can say, when he plotted the graph between atomic volume and atomic weights, then here the position of lithium, then it is of sodium, then it is of potassium, means lithium is at the peak, sodium at the peak, potassium at the peak. Okay. So lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium and cesium occupied the peak of the curve, and all these elements had physical and chemical properties quite similar, considered as alkali metals, strong bases. So ultimately this was observation by Lothar-Meyer plotting after a curve by taking two parameters, atomic volume and atomic weights of the element. Now the second point, beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, barium descending to the alkali metals, means these were not on the top but in the mild position, descending to the alkali metals. Even fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine were at the ascending position, because there was peak, then downward, then peak, then downward, then peak, then downward. So when on peak it were only alkali metals, and in mild position alkaline earth metals, beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, but at the bottom non-metals, and after the bottom where ascending order goes, here were only fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. So ultimately these observations led by Lothar-Meyer, and he pointed out that physical properties of elements are periodic function to their atomic weight. He have given a very nice clue. On the basis of this clue, Mendeleev was able to prepare the new tabulation. So Lothar-Meyer plotted a graph taking few elements and their atomic volume and atomic weights, and then he observed that lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium were on the top of the plot graph, and beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium were in the mild position. Even fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine were in the ascending position. So he got a point that physical properties of elements are periodic function of their atomic weight. It is okay. Now, after the discussion of Newland's law of octave, Lothar-Meyer's curve arrangement, and Dobereiner's trial, that we have to go through the specific classification given by Mendeleev. So what was the Mendeleev's periodic law? Very first we have to go through. Children, you see Mendeleev's periodic law. What Mendeleev says? Mendeleev says that the physical and chemical properties of elements. The physical and chemical properties of the elements are periodic function of their atomic weights. Mendeleev designed periodic table which possesses 8 vertical columns called groups, and these vertical columns, vertical जो खड़ी लाइन है, vertical columns group 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8 means how many vertical columns? 8, and all these 8 vertical columns were named groups, except for 8 means only 8 group was undivided, rest group number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 were further divided into subgroups A and B. It is okay, means only and only group 8 was not divided, and rest of the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth group were divided into subgroups A and B, A and B, A and B. And even before the first group there was a vacant group which was considered zero group, and finally after the discoveries, elements, inert gases were placed in that particular group, but it was formed, it was plotted in the Mendeleev's periodic table, and there were 6 horizontal rows called series or periods. So how many groups were there in the Mendeleev's periodic table? 8 groups, except 8, 1 to 7 were divided into subgroups A and B. It is okay. And how many horizontal rows were there? 6, and these horizontal rows were called series or periods. It is okay. And elements were arranged in increasing order of atomic weights. So these features were designed by the Mendeleev in his periodic table. So let you all see, I have given a brief discussion. This is the table having how many groups? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and even before one this is a 0 containing inert gases. And how many horizontal periods? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. And here in the first period, in first group A, only hydrogen having atomic weight 1, but in second period, helium, lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, and likewise all these elements, neon, sodium, magnesium, aluminum, silicon, phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine, argon, calcium, potassium, then calcium. And after calcium, there was a vacant space here. Boron, aluminum, then gallium was missing, but he predicted the characteristic features of particular discovery of that element. Later, after this lecture, we will discuss the detail. So in the periodic table designed by Mendeleev, where how many groups? 8 groups. Only 8 group was undivided. Rest of the groups were divided into A and B, and elements were arranged according to increasing order of their atomic weight. So these are the elements, calcium. Then after that, here it is of arsenic, selenium, bromine, iron, cobalt, nickel. In 8th group there were 9 elements: FeCO(ni), Ru, RHPd, ruthenium, radium, palladium, osmium, iridium and platinum. Only 9 elements were, but there was no division of groups, and rest subgroups were divided here. In first group B, copper, silver and gold, these were the coinage metals placed. In second B, zinc, cadmium and mercury. In third B, scandium, yttrium and lanthanum. In fourth B, titanium, zirconium, hafnium. In fifth B, vanadium, niobium, tantalum. In sixth B, chromium, molybdenum and wolfram. And in seventh B, manganese, technetium, rhenium. These elements were placed. So ultimately, this is the discussion regarding classification of the elements. Children, I will give the detailed discussion in the next topic. This much is enough, and Uh, this is my request to you children. Better you cope up with me and prepare proper notes. Okay? And rest we will discuss when I'm in school will reopen in the class and go through properly and prepare the notes. Thank you. Have a nice day.